Racing from the 2,000 metre marker. Towards the outside, Just Dixit, one of the first to go. Jack Rose is right there shortly after the start, and Dickens has got the white headgear, is back in that third position. Then Soldier Boy on the outside, Netram, Star Crusade, Lamberti's on the inside. There's no real speed on as Just Dixit controls the pace. Dickens is now second by a length and a quarter. Third place is Jack Rose, and then comes Soldier Boy. Along the inside, Star Crusade, then Netram. Lamberti's the trailer, about 6 lengths off the leader. As they move to the 1,300 metre region, Just Dixit has the call. Dickens has moved up a half length second with the white headgear, and at the rail is Jack Rose. Soldier Boy is back in fourth position, then Star Crusade, Netram. Lamberti's the trailer, about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. The pace is far too slow, and Dickens tries to challenge for that lead now, and on the inside, Just Dixit, Jack Rose, Soldier Boy, then Star Crusade, and further back then is Netram and Lamberti. Now alongside each other now, Just Dixit and Dixon. Nothing between the two of them. Dickens is second by about that neck or so. Soldier Boy, Jack Rose. Further back in the run, Netram, Star Crusade, and at the back is Lamberti. Just Dixit is still the leader. Dickens, the white headgear. Soldier Boy's back third. Then Star Crusade. Further back, Netram. Along the inside, Jack Rose. Top of the lane, and Dickens now tackles Just Dixit. Soldier Boy's back in that third position. And then comes Star Crusade. Dickens has now asked the question. Down the inside, Just Dixit's trying to fight back for more, but Dickens takes it up by about a neck or so. Just Dixit is back in second, and Dickens is going on now, and Dickens will win it. So Dickens will win by about 2.5 lengths. Second, Just Dixit. Third place will go to Soldier Boy, and then Star Crusade. The odds-on favourite, number 1, Dickens, Oratorio, Keegan de Mello, Johan Janssen van Vieren, and it's 8th time at the track and wins it. Steps up to this distance of 2,000 metres and eventually shook off Just Dixit, and he ends up winning it by about 3.5 lengths. So Dickens is the winner. The second position will go to number 2, Just Dixit. Third place to number 4, Soldier Boy. And the fourth position to Star Crusade. So number 1, Dickens, is the winner and wins it well. Until, let's look at the head-on, and here we go. Dickens now comes forward and tackles Just Dixit. They didn't go all that quick in the early stages, and Keegan's asking Dickens to now stretch out, and he goes on to score it from number 2, Just Dixit. Until the running of the third race, back to the studio.
Well, the shortest priced favourite on the card has arrived, and that's thanks to Johan Janssen van Vieren and his team. Well done to Bram van Heesteen, Lawrence Werners and his team, and of course Keegan de Mello. I see this horse bred by Aventure, thoroughbred, son of Oratorio, and really nice to chat to Johan. I haven't spoken to him for some time, but I mentioned it a few times on Teletrack. He's had back his shoes, but he's striding properly these days. Johan, firstly, how's the health?
At this 800 today, my back was a lot more sore than past the winning post, but
yes,
yeah,
sure.
It feels a bit better now. You always got less pain when you have a winner, but we're getting there. Thank you very much. Yeah, every day is better.
Well, you did your bit for Sports Live this morning, and you know, you were quietly confident, firstly, about the distance, and secondly, the opposition that the horse was facing.
Yeah, I was never worried about the trip. I mean, I think he'll go around this track 3 times. It's just, he's a horse that shows you, you can see he's actually, just shows you absolutely nothing at home, so you can never be super confident. I said to the guys at the table, I won't, if I picked up a bag with $1 million in it, I won't put it on Dickens at 5 to 10, but you know, it was at an average field, and luckily for us, Keegan's known horse before, because he actually falls asleep in the starting stall. He just literally, like, he wobbles out the gates and then all of a sudden realizes he needs to run. But anyway, well done to everybody. No, he's been a couple of times, he's been a little bit unlucky, and just well done to Lawrence and Bram and Aventure, Oratorio, one of my favorite stallions. I've bought many of them, I've said it in the past, and yeah, well done to Keegan and everybody involved.
While you were nursing yourself back to health, I must compliment your team, who've done an outstanding job for you.
Yeah, this was actually only arrived on Thursday afternoon late, to be very honest with you. So all credit to my guys in Joburg. I haven't been there for, I think it's about 5 or 6 weeks. I haven't been in Joburg. They've been doing all the work. I just saw the race and we got a nice draw, and I thought these kind of races this time of the year over a distance on the poly's got to be weak. So yeah, we took our chances, we raided him down, and so well done to them.
Now you've done your bit for the show, as I mentioned, but for the guys that missed it, maybe a follow-up on your horses to come, comments?
Yeah, Prince of Venice is a really smart horse. He just, like in the first race, just immature, these young horses, they sometimes just do stupid things. If I was a punter, I would have probably done my life on that horse, even money in the first race. He just works so well, he just didn't try to run off the course. I could never think in my life I could run out the first 3, but we did. So Prince of Venice, similar type horse, immature, but at least he's got the draw and he'll get cover. He's improved from his maiden win. I think he beat some decent horses in that maiden win, but running in a handicap against 5 and 6 time winners is always tough. They seasoned campaigners, they know what they're doing, and here we come with the immature horse trying to take them on. But I think he'll be a runner, and then obviously the filly in the last race. Yes, if you see the filly work, it's shocking. Like I think I'll vomit blood if she gets beat.
Thanks for that. Now, before you leave us, just for the followers of your stable, what's the plan with your horses here in KZN?
We're trying. We got Mr. Lunn involved. Mr. Lunn has trained many champions in his life and probably more winners than I'll ever train. So we're trying to get something going. It hasn't been very easy, these rules and regulations and things like that. But eventually, the long-term plan is to get a couple of horses, 15 or 20 horses out of season on a permanent basis.
Last season, if you have to look back on the results, etc., happy with it?
We started off extremely well, and from November onwards, my back gave me a lot of trouble. I didn't spend much time at work. So the first half of the season, I was exceptionally happy. We were flying, and then the second half was terribly disappointing. But you know what? We got 1 or 2 good horses out of it. Divine Odyssey became like a good horse, and we got positive things for the rest of the season. So it's my worst season I had as a trainer, but many excuses.
And before we end, it'll be remiss not to mention the colours, and of course, Brahm involved as well.
Yeah, these guys are soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never ever thank Lawrence enough. You take these things for granted, but yeah, thank you to them. I mean, I don't think I'll carry on training if it's not for these oaks. I don't think I can go to work every morning if not the decent support these guys give us. So thank you very much to him and his entire family and Brahm. They're soldiers, proper soldiers.
Well, you've given us your time, Johan. It's always a pleasure chatting to you, and to yourself and your team for the new season. Wish you all the best.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Dees.
Lovely. Johan Janssen van Vieren. Let's get Keegan de Mello in. Keegan, talk us through it. The one thing that I knew that over this distance, if anything, he was going to outstay them.
Yeah, 100%. I always thought he would stay, but he had to come. He had to travel up here. First run over 2,000 on the poly track. So there was concerns, but I did think he was the right horse in the race.
He only started to stride over the final 200. That's when he actually, was getting away from them.
Yeah, I think the whole way down the backstretch and most of the race, I don't think he knew he was in a race until the last 300, and that's when he eventually kicked. He's not going to stop here. You can see his coat hasn't turned yet. He's always given me a nice feel when I rode him up in Joburg, and yeah, I think he'll go on.
Well, you've delivered for the boys that anchored him in everything. What else from your side?
Look, I think Mr. Kanemayo, we've got some nice runners today in saying that they've all needed their runs coming back. But yeah, they're all in with small chances, and obviously the one in the back end, she's probably my next best.
Is that...
What a thrill.
What a thrill.
Yes, that's her.
I mean, from Wolfgang, Favor, and Orient Express, if you could pick one from the Kanemayo yard?
I think Orient Express probably, just because she's probably done a little bit more than the rest. But yeah, in saying that, they're all nice horses, up-and-coming horses. Wolfgang will probably be suited to the 1,000 first run back. So I'm just hoping they run the way they're working.
Enjoying your trips to Cape Town?
Yeah, loving them. It's nice opportunities I get there. And yeah, like Mr. Kanemayo is starting to step them out now. I'm going up there next week to gallop them. So it's a nice stepping stone for the season.
Good start to the meeting, Keegan. All the best for the rest of it.
Thank you very much to Mr. Van Vieren and his team down here, and to the guys in Joburg, well done, and to Mr. Werners, Mr. Van Heesteen, thank you very much for the opportunities.
That's right.
Thank you.
Lovely. Keegan de Mello, 1 Dickens, the odds-on favourite, has obliged in race number 2. 1, 2, 4, and 5 is the way they cross the line here. Up next, it's the big one. It's the pick 6, 1350, 10-2.
Set. Racing from the 2,000 metre marker. Towards the outside, Just Exits, one of the first to go. Jack Rose was right there shortly after the start, and Dickens